hopefully I'm live. I'm late because I didn't finish dinner. I'm late because I couldn't finish dinner in time. I'm so sorry about that. But I am live now. Oh shit. Okay, good to know the BGM works because I cannot hear it on my side, but I'm glad it's working on your side. Am I live? Am I live? Let me know if I'm live. I know I'm live on YouTube. I want to just make sure that I'm live for you guys. Am I live? Am I live? Let me just set something up here. Boom. Am I live? Am I live? Hopefully you like the new threads. I wanted to try wearing something a little more romantically themed, a little more or Valentine's themed. So that's why I'm using these instead of my usual blue thing. I've been experimenting a lot with different stuff, so hopefully you guys think it's nice. I might try all sorts of different colors if you guys wouldn't mind that. Okay, that should be good. That should be good. All right, test. Looks like everything is good. Looks like everything is. Yeah, looks like everything's working out all right. Okay, hi. Okay, I'm no Tsukazari, the warden of Penshima Prison. I can't believe I haven't used that intro in a while. It's mostly because like I usually prefer to get into it, but honestly there's like a lot I've been wanting to talk about. Not really that serious. Okay, some days serious because if I'm being honest, I kind of had a mental breakdown a few days ago. It was just like a really stressful time for me, and I just could not, like I was not in any sort of state to be able to stream. So that was unfortunate. It's so dark. Hold on, let me try to turn up the light. There we go. Like, unfortunately, we might end up having the disco light on because for whatever reason my light is just really bad. But we'll see. Yeah, just I mean, there's not really much to say. It's just as the combination of just like feeling like I'm screwing up a lot at home, feeling like I'm inadequate as a VTuber, feeling like I'm just feeling really stressed out from work, that I started to be like, man, I don't know what I'm doing here. I just really need to take a few days to honestly kind of just detox and like remind myself that it's okay. How to drink. I mention him so often. I'm sorry. He's basically my Oshi, so you're gonna have to forgive me for that. How to drink put out a video where he talked about his fear of the quote unquote anti-fun degrade, and frankly that that turn of phrase has a much more politically charged meaning. But even at its base value, like I realize the sort of like there's a lot of things that are anti-fun, even outside of like the subtle meaning of that. It's more just like, oh yeah, this idea that we always have to be so productive, the fact that everything you do has to be in bettering yourself. And like before that, he had a big old speech about hedonism. He's a hedonist. He's a nihilist, and but like in the positive way. And it's he know he always wants to do things for his own pleasure. It doesn't mean that he's gonna be like a terrible person about it, because he does believe that it's hard to feel good making someone else not feel good, right? And then so like he is about self-indulgence, he is about self-pleasure, and that's, just have fun. Life does not actually get better, so just have fun with what you got, stuff like that. And that really helped reshape my perspective on things, and like it really did help me at the very least pull me out of this funk of like, oh, I need to always be improving, and sometimes feeling like it's not working out. But I'm just happy that I'm feeling good enough to stream again, because I've been wanting to do this stream for a long time. The idea for this how should I introduce this concept? Because honestly, there's a whole story to it. I mean, I might as well say it. I want to make a cocktail for Valentine's Day. I want to make my own custom cocktail. How to Drink made one a few years ago. And two of my favorite YouTubers, mixology YouTubers, Anders Ericsson and How to Drink, have made their own Valentine's cocktails, and they've done multiple Valentine's videos as well. So like Anders Ericsson put out like 3 pink cocktails, and like one of them was his own creation. How to Drink has done 2 iterations of this. 1, he made his own drink. 2, he made his own drink. 2, he made Oh yeah, it was the sexy cocktails one. It was the one where he put out a bunch of he tried like all the drinks that have like a lewd name, like the blowjob or the screaming orgasm or the between the sheets. Most of those were bad, but like so when I was trying to think of my own Valentine's Day cocktail stream, I was thinking about actually doing a story. So Anders Ericsson's drink is called the Lonely Valentine. And like a lot of these drinks have like really somewhere between romantic and sexual names. And so I was wondering, could I make a story, like a cocktail menu that's a story? It's like, oh, Lonely Valentine leads up to something else, leads up to the blowjob, leads up to Between the Sheets, leads up to the screaming orgasm, leads up to like some kind of morning after type of some type of hangover cure type drink, and I thought that would be a fun idea, but then I decided to go a little bit simpler, because I noticed too that like what else was a common thing, that they just make their own cocktails. Anders Ericsson made his own. The Lonely Valentine was the idea of making just something to sip on that would comfort you even if you're alone for Valentine's Day. Greg, like being the spicy guy he is, decided to lean into the more lewd elements, and really he did it this year too, where the first drink he made was very much a sort of like a celebration of love, where he put like strawberries and chocolate liqueur and a champagne in it, and like really, I forget what he named it, but it was like very much meant to be salacious. It was very meant to be like, oh, this drink is going to be your ticket to getting lucky. And then he also did that for this year, where he decided to make drinks based on things that are allegedly aphrodisiacs, things that people thought would make you horny. And then so he made like a fig cocktail that was really sciencey and good, because he had to like infuse some liquor with it. He he made another strawberry cocktail because strawberries are like legend. There are legends of strawberries being aphrodisiacs and all sorts of stuff like that. And so I wanted to do my own take. I realized, so in my case, I already came up with a name because I was thinking of a rum-based drink with, I realized I ended up in the same place as Greg because without having seen his video, I was thinking about chocolate strawberries as well. So I was thinking of having strawberries, fresh strawberries, both in the drink and as a garnish. I wanted to use chocolate liqueur, and then I wanted to go like like weird direction but sweet and use like a rum blend to make like a weird sort of like strawberry Mai Tai type thing. And so I like a Mai Tai direction kind of drink, and so I was gonna call it the romantic vacation. Before I get accused of copying him, he does basically the exact same thing, except with gin, I believe. He makes, he uses strawberries and chocolate liqueur as he thinks up, and then he goes in the, I believe, gin direction, and then tops it with champagne. So his is more of a French 75 variant. Mine is going to be something akin to a Mai Tai in construction. So we'll see how that goes. We won't just be making one cocktail, we will experiment. So we will try a bunch of different stuff. I realized I had not prepared because I showed up so late, so I'm not actually sure if this is gonna... We'll see. You'll have to give me a moment though. Yeah, just give me a moment. I need to go grab the strawberries. I need to prepare some sparkling water, probably. Yeah, strawberry, sparkling water. I have my rums over here. Yeah, I got pineapple juice and ginger beer behind me. Oh, yeah. I need to open a new bottle of Curacao. So, yeah. Let me just grab a bunch of stuff, and then we'll get started. And so for the record, I definitely thought, so I wanted to do this stream on the 10th. Yeah, the 10th. But that would be the Monday before Valentine's, given that, I can only stream on Mondays, and so I can only stream on Mondays, so I would have done this back then. I had the thought to just make this, post it on Twitter, and like maybe make a video about it, but I'm not confident in just making videos. I prefer to just stream because then like there's there's inherent scuff to screaming. There's inherent scuff to streaming that I think would be easier for me to do. And so I really, really wanted to make this an authentic experience of like letting you see my process of inventing a cocktail live. And like what I'm thinking about or what I'm not thinking about. Like sometimes I legitimately just let my hands move. Like I'm not sure what to make. Let's just see where my hands want to go when I pour stuff and stir it and shake it and whatnot. And so that's what we're going to do here. We're just going to experiment until we feel like we've come up with a good version of what I want to call the romantic Valentine. No matter where we go, we're probably gonna need a shaker. We will be muddling strawberries, and because strawberries are gonna be so pulpy, because we're using strawberries, it's gonna end up. Hopefully, my tracking doesn't like mess up by doing that. Because strawberries are gonna be so pulpy, there's almost no chance we're gonna be doing anything other than shaking it. There's no way we're gonna make a stir cocktail. I don't know how to make clarified juice yet. I had to buy a whole new batch of strawberries because I bought some for last week and then I didn't end up streaming, so we ate all of them and then now I had to buy more strawberries, which I mean is not a big deal. I like strawberries. Where do I? Okay, I'm just gonna worry over here. These are particularly big strawberries. I would say like 2 or 3 strawberries would do well here. But, oh, I forgot to grab a knife. Yeah, I would typically when you make a strawberry thing with muddled strawberries, you probably want to do about two strawberries. These are so big that I'm wondering if I even need to. But yeah, because I also just have like absolutely massive strawberries like this one. Like, I wonder if we could just slice up 1 strawberry. That might be enough. We'll see. We're experimenting here. I forgot to grab a knife. I believe it's a blackberry bramble, where like you have these fresh fruits that you muddle directly into your shaker and then mix with. I definitely have done blackberry brambles. Blackberry based drinks are pretty good, I found. Strawberries I do think work well. They impart their flavor pretty well. Their flavor and their juice, just because like this is essentially like crisp sweet water. Yeah, crisp sugary water. Is that enough? It feels like barely not enough, but I don't have any like tiny strawberries in here to like balance it out. I guess I'd rather it be too strawberry than not strawberry enough, so let's... Ah. Damn it. Okay. Do you really need to slice these? No. It makes it like the slightest bit easier for it to like incorporate its flavor, to muddle it, to get everything out of it. So it's not a bad thing. Not necessary, but not a bad thing. And first things first, we are gonna muddle this. So just unlike unlike most muddling, like we are essentially just trying to crush these up, and this is technically an unnecessary step. Strawberries are so fragile that if you were to shake this with ice, that would crush it pretty substantially. But I like to be thorough. I want this strawberry flavor. I want these strawberry juices. I want the strawberry color as well. It's going to be a red drink, and I'm going to use like pretty fancy rum, which has its own color. I really want to impart strawberry into this as much as possible. Maybe I should have used more, like maybe like two medium to large strawberries as opposed to a large and a small. Okay, chill out. You know what? You can just stand up there. Yeah, I do find that you do need to sweeten it, but only a little bit. Like at most, like half an ounce of simple syrup. Half an ounce? Yeah, half an ounce. Strawberries are quite tart, despite the fact that they are sweet and we're putting a lot of sweetness into it, and this is going to be a very sweet drink. You do want to have a little bit of simple syrup. I mentioned it during the I think it was the old-fashioned episode, but you just simple syrup is like your salt. You add it to almost every cocktail because it brings out all the other flavors. It's not necessarily to bring up sweetness. It just brings together everything so much better when you have a little bit of simple syrup to help guide it through, to help connect things, you know? You might notice that my simple syrup's in a new bottle. Part of my mental breakdown was like, I had already messed up a lot of stuff, and then I broke my simple syrup bottle, and then that creates such a huge mess in the kitchen. I was gonna lose it, man. I was just so depressed that happened. Is this bottle almost done? This particular bottle of Grand Marnier is extremely sentimental to me, and it's almost all the way gone. And I'm really sad about that. But needs must. Thank you so much for this. This was a gift, and like the person who gave this to me as a gift is no longer around. So this bottle of Grand Marnier is particularly special. Grand Marnier as a whole concept is like now like one of my favorite drinks for that reason, but it's one of my favorites just as beverages for that reason. But in particular, this bottle is quite special to me. So once this is empty, this is like going in a safe somewhere. I'm gonna say about half an ounce of curacao. I'm missing something. Because I know we're gonna put rum in this eventually, but I'm missing something. Oh yeah. The chocolate liqueur. Some white chocolate liqueur, and white meaning clear. You can find creme de cacao that's black, like you'd expect from chocolate, or quote unquote white, which is to say clear. You tend to want the clear because as it won't affect the color of your drink if you're trying to make a fancy color drink. But if you don't care about that, or if you do want it to look dark like it's chocolate, then you would use the black one. But I want to use the white one for this drink because I want it to be red like the strawberries. Should I do 3 14-ounce or a 4-ounce? I'm gonna try 3/4 of an ounce, and I feel like we can add to it from there. It smells wonderful though. Creme de cacao is like, I haven't used creme de cacao in a while. I forgot how lovely it smells. It legit smells like melted chocolate. Every time you open that bottle, you get melted chocolate, which is crazy because it's cold. Like it smells warm even though you know it's cold. You're holding it in your hand. It's cold, but it just smells so warm and delightful, like melted chocolate. Like brownies fresh from the oven. It's so lovely. Okay, and now the fun part. I'm gonna put a blend of rums. So the thing about the Mai Tai is that you make it, the best way in my opinion to make it is to use a blend of rums. You should always, it really mixes it up. You add so much character, you get the best of every world, and it's just a way to show your creativity. Mix up some rums, see what you can do. I'm gonna use my favorite Mai Tai blend to start. Actually, there might be a better way, but we'll try this first. My favorite Mai Tai blend is 1/2 ounce of Planeray 5 here. This is an old bottle back when they had their more problematic name. Apologies for that, I haven't finished this bottle yet. Half an ounce of Smith & Cross, which is my favorite rum. Oh boy, I'm running low on this. 1 ounce of Donkey 151. Now this isn't overproof. This is very strong stuff, but it's also very potent stuff. So, it's gonna impart a lot of flavor. It's a really strong Puerto Rican rum, and I love it. Okay, and ice and shake. How do I want to serve this? I'm thinking an up glass. An up glass does sound nice. Yeah, I'm thinking an up glass. Martini glass or coupe. I'm gonna put this in the martini glass. That seems like it would be sexy. So I lied. I forgot that we had these glasses, and I think it would look really pretty in this, at least theoretically. If it comes out the color I want, it will look amazing in this. Oops, okay. Big pulpy mess. Okay. See how that turns out. You're going to want to double strain this because there's so much pulp in it. I got it. Okay. Ooh, that is a nice color. Look at that. How's the wash line gonna be? Not the best wash line, but we can fix that. It's gonna be lots of strawberry juice because we pulverize these things, so it's gonna... Oh, we can fill it up. I think we got it. I think we got it. I'm gonna make sure I get my entire pour in there. It looks a lot prettier in front of me. I know the camera right now it looks kind of orangey for some reason. Same with my arm warmers. They look orange for some reason, but I promise you, it's like this really lovely shade of pink. I think we did get a good wash line after all, to be honest. Look at that. I'm not sure how good it looks to you guys, but it looks pretty good to me. Let's see if I can't, let's see if we can do a nice garnish too. I'm not usually good at garnishes, so let's see if I can. And then maybe a slit like that. Does that look good? I'm not sure if that looks good. Does that look good? Oh god, the light's doing the disco flicker. I need to fix that. If you don't mind, I'm gonna deactivate the camera just one moment so I can actually take a picture of this. I know Zao Music YT, when he used to do bartending streams, he would do that. He would his phone was his tracker, so he sometimes disabled his tracking to do that. I'm gonna go disable my phone real fast, disable the vertical camera real fast to take a picture of this. Okay. Okay. Oh my gosh. Trying to take pictures during a stream is a little bit stressful. Let's actually see how this tastes. I usually take. So what I do when I take pictures on Twitter is I take the picture, then I drink it, and then if it was good, I post it on Twitter. This one I haven't sipped yet, so we won't know yet if it's good. Let's see. Okay, first things first, we do need more strawberries. It's there, but it's really mute. It's really good though. We do need more chocolate too, because the rum kind of takes over. The rum is like really powerful here. It is intentionally meant to be powerful. It's I'm using overproof, but to fight back against that, we need that. But this is really good. This actually is really good. Yeah, it leads with the chocolate strawberries. You get like a tart strawberry as the first step. Like you just bite into a strawberry and you get that creamy chocolatiness, and then that's when the rum like shows up. So it's like, imagine it's like a shy couple with bombastic parents, because what happens is that the strawberry walks in all bold, like trying to be bold, working up the courage, and then the chocolate follows behind, and they're like wedded together. It's such a nice, delicate dance together as they walk in, but then in comes the rum, like to really take over the party, and it's delicious. It's an absolutely wonderful blend of just like caramels, or like I detect some cinnamon. There's all that banana funkiness from it, from especially the Smith and Cross, and then like the powerful like Puerto Rican rum that I use. Oh, it's really good. It's really good. It just needs to be balanced better. Yeah, this works. We're cooking something here. I totally messed it up. I called it a romantic Valentine. In the on my Twitter post I just posted. It's supposed to be romantic vacation, because it's supposed to be like an island style tiki drink with the rum. The name is supposed to be romantic vacation, not romantic Valentine. But this is we're in the right direction. We're in the right direction with this. Okay. Sorry, I just need to fix something. Okay. Yeah, no, I really like this. We're in the right direction. I'm not sure, so definitely more More strawberry, more chocolate liqueur. We do not need to be shy about our strawberry and chocolate liqueur. So probably 3 strawberries, like 3 medium strawberries at the very least. One 1 ounce of creme de cacao at the very least. And I think maybe we can pull back the rum a little bit. Like instead of the full 2-ounce pour split, we can do yeah, just half maybe. Like half of one, half of one, half of one, or maybe like quarter half. No, quarter half would only be 1 ounce. I can't do math. Quarter. No, it would be a weird math. It would be a weird math. Half is probably a good way to do it because I do love this rum blend. But also, actually, like I said, there are other rums we can try here. So let's see what other rums we can do. This is quite delightful, though. This is really good. We're getting somewhere with that already. It's nice to know that my hypothesis was actually really good. Alright. I'm gonna clean up and then we'll try again. We'll start over. We'll get to part 2. So I'm gonna need a couple minutes to clean up. I keep having to turn down the light because it just keeps getting dim. It keeps flickering on me. So I really, really hope that that's not bothering you guys. Like, that's it keeps getting darker. The main thing is that I hope you can see it. Okay, take 2. I think so. Definitely, we need to work on the rum blend, and so I intentionally chose my Mai Tai blend because my Mai Tai is very rum forward. It is very rum forward. Is very assertive and powerful, and that's intentional. I really want my Mai Tai to be really. I really want my Mai Tai to like really showcase the rum blend and really show off how good the rum blend is. So, given that we're not necessarily trying to show that off necessarily, I think we need to use a little bit more subtle rum. And I did have an idea because I did have some Hamilton 87. What's it called? Give me a sec. '86. Hamilton 86. Let's see how this tastes. Yeah, I'm gonna taste test some rums right now to see like if we can come up with a blend that would better synergize with the chocolate strawberry thing we're going with. Ooh. This one's a lot mellower. It's like weirdly bassy though. Like it's very strong on like the bass notes. So like I thought this would work, but I think it might not. Honestly. That's unfortunate. I really thought this would be really useful. I think it's my palate. Something tastes off about it. Let's see. Probably not that one then. Plenary Dark, maybe? See how the Plenary Dark. That might be something. There's like nice little candy and then banana funkiness. Baking spices, apple. It's like a weirdness in the middle, pleasant weirdness in the middle. Plenary Original Dark might be something there. Let's try these individually. So Plenary 5 here. Ooh, I'm detecting a weird note that I've never noticed, but is awesome in the Plenary 5 year. Yeah, I think Plenary 5 year has to be in it somehow. It might just be the only rum too. Like we could just do a one rum thing. I should actually eat a strawberry to like palate cleanse. I think my palate's getting assaulted a little bit. Gotta be careful not to eat too many of these, but damn, these are good. Yeah, Plenary 5 year for sure. Let's put this away real fast. I think if we're trying to tone down the rum, we definitely can't use the overproof. So I think I'm gonna keep the 151 shelf. I know what this tastes like, but I kind of need to know how it notes, how exactly it notes, because like that's actually maybe a quick lesson for you right there. When you note a spirit, it is important to know when different flavors come out as well, because that's how you learn how to make really good cocktails. A lot of Jamaican rums, like a Smith and Cross, like a Panerai, both Panerais, will end on this funk. We call it the Jamaican rum funk. It's like this weird sort of like rind banana flavor where that sounds unpleasant. If you ever drink it, you'll know it's really good. It's like the sort of thing where it's like, you ever eat a banana that's like a little too ripe, like it's overripe, but then it's still like good, like you know it's a little overripe, it's a little blackened from being like staying out too long, but you're hungry, you eat it, and it's like, oh, it's still good, it's still nice, but it's like really soft and kind of spongy and like has a little bit of a weird taste in addition to banana. That's what the aftertaste of a lot of Jamaican rums tastes like, and it's knowing that lingers at the end means that like that's always going to be an evolution in your cocktail. So like as you're constructing your cocktail, the last note is always going to be that funky banana whenever you do this. And that's another reason why I'm like taste testing this, even though I know what this tastes like, is because I need to remember like at what step is it, because I always talking about, right, when I'm talking about it's like, oh yeah, it leads with the chocolate and the strawberry, and then the rum takes over with its cinnamon and its caramel and its banana funk. That's because when I taste it, it happens in that order. And then so like the strawberry is like very much in your face, it comes in first all the time whenever you eat it, and then it mellows out towards the end. The rum always creeps up on you. The last flavor is always at the end. And then so like I want to know when those steps are so I can know how to blend these ingredients together to make a really complex cocktail. Yeah, like burnt baking spices, burnt like soft fruits. Yeah, cinnamon. Cloves, I think. Yeah, cinnamon and cloves comes in right at the front. And then like a fruit undertone, something that tastes sort of like apples to me, but it's like not quite. It's sour and sweet. And then bananas the rest of the way through. It's like good bananas, good bananas, good bananas, rind bananas. That Jamaican funk I talked about. Yeah. And those are all like, it starts like 3 steps in, and then the final step is always banana funk. The last few steps are bananas, with the very last step being banana funk. Okay, and then with this one, no, I need to, well, yeah, let's do this one again. Crisp like pears or apples or something. Some kind of baking spice. Is that what tobacco tastes like? There's like a weird sort of astringency that's not unpleasant. And then bananas. Yep, bananas at the end, as always. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. The steps come in earlier, so it's like these would lead into each other pretty well because like this one is like steps 2, 3, 4 after the strawberry and chocolate walk in the door, and then this one's like steps 3, 4, 5, 6, and then so like those they don't really interact with each other, and therefore and that's kind of good because they lead into each other, and when you build the cocktail with these together, you will be able to taste these individually because they occupy different spaces. Let's try the 5-year again. Ooh. Ooh, it leads in with something weird at the front, but it's so good. I know that flavor, I just don't know what it is. What is that? It's so good. Yeah, it swoops in right away. Then leads into like caramel. Like a tinge of baking spice. And then bananas, yeah. Hello, hi Chibity. Right now I'm experimenting with rums right now, so I made the first version of my romantic vacation, which is the name of the drink I'm trying to come up with. However, like I I realized my rum blend was too strong, so I'm trying to come up with a new rum blend, and so I'm trying to like taste test it. I think I'm gonna split them between these two because I just realized after doing that taste test, I think the Planary 5-year, the first cocktail and my whole spiel with how I ended up, I liked it but I didn't love it, and I knew why, because it was like, okay, I'm trying to go for this chocolate strawberry cocktail that makes you feel like you're on vacation, like you're on a date with your beloved and you two are at like a beach together. And then so I wanted chocolate strawberries, and then so like I got the chocolate strawberry thing going, but for one, it's not strong enough. I need to put more strawberries and more chocolate. And for two, my rum blend was too strong because I used my usual Mai Tai rum blend. And my usual Mai Tai rum blend is really powerful. It's like really aggressive, which is awesome in the Mai Tai, but it doesn't work for this cocktail. And then so I'm trying to like balance that out right now. How are you doing? It's been a while since I'm streaming. I'm so awkward. I'm like really, I get shy like literally every stream, but also I'm like so bad. Like every time I miss a stream, like I feel like I've lost momentum so badly because it's like, oh, I straight up don't know how to do this. Alright, but I do think we're gonna go with the... Shit. Okay, I do think we're gonna go with these two, so I think we figured our rum blend. Now I need to decide whether I want it to be like a full thing or a shot. I'll try to figure that out. Cat is going crazy, clawing my pants up. Oh jeez. Just finished a Clara concert. Oh yeah. How was that? Clara does a lot of karaoke's. It seems like a lot of fun. We overlap for one. For two, I work when I'm not streaming, so I don't really get to see her often. But the fact that she does so much karaoke is actually a big boon, because I actually really started to enjoy. I enjoy watching VODs of VTubers I like nowadays, given that like very rarely can I watch them live anymore. But the best kinds of VODs are karaoke streams, because you don't necessarily need to watch them. The entire point is the audio, listening to their lovely voice. I actually, very recently, I got into Nimi Nightmare. it doesn't have to do with anything other than the fact that she played a lot of Wii games. And I actually like really love the Wii. I think it's a pretty underrated console because she started playing she played those really bad game show games like Deal or No Deal, Wheel of Fortune. What was the third one? Family Feud. The Family Feud one is like low-key underrated. But it's because they go through all the decades, so you can play like modern Family Feud, 90s Family Feud, 80s Family Feud, and then like the answers will be different because it's like, oh yeah, like culture was a lot different in the 80s, 90s, 2000s, etc. And then so that was cool. The Wheel of Fortune was so fucking funny. Oh my god, it was so fucking funny. If you've ever watched the Game Grumps, there is a hilarious Wheel of Fortune Let's Play they did where Danny rolled lose a turn 4 times in a row. That fucking happens to me as well. It was so funny. And then like the chat was like, oh my god, it's Dan Avidan all over again. Nimi Avidan confirmed. I was watching her LA Noire playthrough too. I've never actually watched anyone play LA Noire, and like, man, it really makes me want to play LA Noire because she's kind of bad at the game. Not gonna lie, but it's really entertaining. Claro is very much in the mood. Oh my. I definitely like recently when I was practicing singing, I sing after I work out every day. Most days, I'll be honest. I haven't been able to sing much, do much practice singing in a while. I did have a day where I just sang all horny songs. Not gonna lie. Yeah, a few months ago, Hazumi did a retro game show sponsor stream with the early aughts Family Feud and 70s. Ooh, oh my god, Price is Right is actually such a goated show. Price is Right was a really cool game show. I really liked that one. Yeah, game shows are generally hit or miss. I used to really love watching game shows, which feels like an old person thing to do because the only other person I feel like was really into game shows was my grandma. But yeah, game shows are really fun. I mean, I know like they resonate with people because fucking like there's Twitch streamers. I think it's Ludwig. I mean, he's not a Twitch streamer anymore, but like back when he was on Twitch, like Twitch streamers will make their own version of Family Feud, make their own version of Jeopardy and all that. Like, the concept of game shows is really cool. So, yeah. I find that stuff quite fun. The concepts are pretty hit and miss. Price is Right is a really good one. Family Feud, I'm not that into really, but the hosts always make it really good. They always get, like, top-tier hosts. What was like? Oh, I guess it's not technically a game show. It's like one of those cooking competition shows. But I really, really love Cutthroat Kitchen. Cutthroat Kitchen is it's probably my favorite TV show ever. Probably just because it's like it's a really cool take on a game show in general. Because what happens with Cutthroat Kitchen is that you start the game, you start with your prize. So like most game shows, it's $25,000. It's like, so 4 contestants. Alton Brown walks in with a briefcase with $100,000 in it. He gives out it equally, so everyone gets $25,000. You start with your prize. However, if you lose, you have to give all your money back. And then so what happens throughout the show is that instead of like earning your prize at the end, you start with your prize. You have to like make dishes for the judge. You are told what you need to get, and then you have to shop for it yourself. There's like a little pantry and you have to get the ingredients yourself within a minute. And if you forget something, tough luck. That's your own damn fault. Second, there's always a bidding that happens before and during cooking, because you can start spending some of your money on sabotages that get auctioned off. And then so like, oh, make one of your opponents cook without utensils. They have to use like tiny utensils, like kids' toys as utensils instead of like a real knife, a real fork, a real spatula, whatever. Oh, you have to replace your opponent's chicken, and like they have high quality chicken with like canned chicken. And so like you bid on these sabotages, and if you win the auction, you can give the sabotage to someone else to like make it harder for them to cook and win. And then so you have this really interesting dynamic of people like bidding, spending their prize money to try to screw over other people, because when you win, you only win what you have left. And then so like it's a balance of like, well, I want to win this $10,000, so I shouldn't spend too much. But also like I literally can't win if they replace my pans with that shitty pan, so I need to bid on this one. And so it's like a really fun dynamic, in addition to the fact that obviously they need to cook something good. Sorry, I ended up on a huge Cutthroat Kitchen tangent, because that game, that show is just so fun to me. There was some kind of chat collaboration with it too. I don't remember the details. Ooh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah. Like that's a big thing with like these game show like gimmicks, is that there's a lot of room for like making it fun. Anyways, so we're gonna get back to the cocktail. I think definitely we need more strawberries, so I think 3 strawberries should do us good here. God, speaking of cooking, oh my god, I had some cooking mishaps recently. I made a chicken parmigiano for the first time in a while. Not in a while, for the first time ever. I swear to God, every time I make something that needs to be breaded, I make a disaster in the kitchen. And so, like, in my head, I'm always telling myself, fuck, I am never making that again. That was such a pain in the ass. On the other hand, I'm like, damn, that was so good. That was so tasty. I kind of want to make it again, despite how much trouble it caused me. Was this 2 strawberries or 3? I forget already. It kind of looks like 2. I wanna do one more. Yeah, so it was a clusterfuck when I made that. So it was I made 2 I had bought chicken breast. No, chicken thighs. Doesn't matter. I bought chicken to prepare, but I couldn't cook it for like a week. And so like I do a lot of the shopping for my family, and I let them use all the ingredients because it's for the family. Like, I'm not putting ownership on it at all. So like I bought a bunch of panko. I bought a bunch of chicken. I bought like the spices and Parmesan and everything else I need. And I was like, okay, I'm finally ready to cook this. I get started and immediately I can't find the panko. And I know my brother had just made meatballs. And then so I just straight up couldn't find, like, I know you use panko for the meatballs. He must have used all of them, I thought. And then so like, oh god. And I'm not gonna blame him again. Like, he made something for us. Like, I'm not gonna complain about it, but it's like, oh fuck, this is really bad timing. So I had to go to the store, buy panko, come back, start braiding everything. There's not enough eggs, so like I bred up like about like a pound and a half of like chicken fillets, but there's not enough egg to do the rest of it. And so I'm like, oh god, I think I just wasted like half a pound of chicken already. I've already made a huge mess to begin with, and then like there's not enough of ingredients. I go to fry it up, and like I'm resting the chicken to make sure the breading sticks on. And then the whatchamacallit, then I had to prepare the sauce. I can't find any I can't find a can opener for the tomato paste. And like, oh fuck. So I have to learn the spoon method. Is there any cost difference in buying it pre-breaded? I am not aware that there's pre-bread chicken fillets. At least not ones that would be as good. Like there's like basically frozen fillets that are like essentially microwavable or air fryable, but there isn't like pre-bread like raw chicken that you can then cook for like stuff like chicken parms. And besides that, like the charm of chicken parm is that you're not just breading it. The breading is intermixed with a lot of Parmesan cheese. And then so like it's gonna be a really crispy, cheesy crust. And so you kind of need to hand bread it anyways. That was the other part. Like I thought I would have more Parmesan cheese. I ended up using literally all of it because they don't come in particularly big tubs. They're like that big, roughly, like about like that big and then like that tall. So there's not much of that. I can't open the tomato paste, so I'm like cranking it with a spoon, like hoping not to cut myself. And then like the spoon method takes like 7 to 10 minutes to actually break through the can. And the other thing they warn you about is like it's dangerously sharp if you open it like this. And then so while you don't need a can opener, it's like really risky to like jam a spoon in, like very slowly wedge it. And then so I'm like doing that, and I'm trying to be as careful as possible. I'm just carefully trying to like open this up without slicing my finger. I managed to get it open. I managed to like fry up the garlic, fry up the tomato paste, all the other stuff to make the sauce. And then it calls for a can of crushed tomatoes. We have some of those, thank goodness. It doesn't even need a can opener, thank goodness. There's just a little pull tab. You pull it up, you pour it in. Fine. I sliced my finger on that. I was so careful not to slice my finger on the really dangerous tomato paste can that I opened with a spoon. I managed to not slice my finger on that, but I sliced my finger on the really safe. I managed to slice my finger on the really safe canned tomato thing. So I'm like, god, that hurts a lot. Like it was the sort of thing where it's like it's sliced deep enough to hurt and to like hit nerves, but it didn't slice enough to like really bleed. So I was like, it was just so painful and annoying. I cook it up, and like this whole time, like as I was trying to get the tomato can, like I was already cooking the garlic and everything. It's like, oh god, it's gonna be overcooked. So I had to stop it, then reheat it, and so that was awkward. I'm losing patience. I'm making a mess of everything. And there's so many dishes going around as I use a pot for the sauce and use a pot for the oil, and the oil splashing everywhere. And then like all the dishes I had to use to bread everything, and then the dishes I had to use to hold the raw chicken in the meantime. And I start frying it, and I'm just losing patience. I'm glad I can finally eat this stuff. and I'm like, oh, it's kind of crisping up kind of fast because I put the oil on a little too high. It looked like it was cooked already. The first one was raw. I started eating it and was like, oh wait, this is raw. Like, hopefully this doesn't make me sick later. It didn't, thankfully. I didn't eat enough of it to make me sick, but I like realized right away that was raw and like, shit. I had to throw that one out. So I've wasted like at least like 3/4 pounds of meat. And then like I cooked the rest. They turned out relatively fine, but less than I anticipated. And then I had to spend like a full like hour and a half just cleaning dishes, and I'm like, damn. The thing is, it was super good. So it turned out really well, but it's just like so much effort that I'm like, God, I really need to be prepared next time I make a chicken parm, because God, that was the worst. And then the worst part, the two worst parts. One, as I'm cleaning everything and putting everything away, I find the panko. My brother had put it somewhere else, a much more convenient place. So like, again, I have nothing wrong with what my brother did. I'm just pissed at myself because it's like I didn't look, and just like, oh, I didn't need to buy panko. It was right there in a different location on a different shelf. So I was really mad at myself for that. Second, my brother also needed to use the can opener, and so it was just basically he had washed it and it was set aside. So that was why I couldn't find the can opener. I didn't need to use the spoon trick. So it was such a shamble. It was such a pain in the ass, and it was all self-inflicted. So that's super annoying. Super annoying how all that turned out, but at least next time I'll be prepared. I will know that that's how much work it is to make fucking chicken parm. There's raw breaded chicken, usually in the form of nuggets and tenders, but I assume they have patties. They were frozen though. Oh, okay. I might have to try that. Maybe that would make it easier. The issue still is that it's like part of chicken parm is that you bread it with Parmesan. And then so like I'm pretty sure you do have to bread it yourself. Regardless. But if I'm doing something that's not chicken parm, that might actually help me quite a bit. Alright, let's toss these sliced strawberries in here. And then muddle it again. Just want to make sure we get all of the juice, all of the flavor out of it. That might, yeah, definitely raw breaded chicken would help me with like other cutlets I do. Like I like making croquettes too, which are fried, and that might help me. Won't lie, I've been buying a lot of these hand warmer things and like other like stripy goth stuff. It feels good. It feels nice to wear. They're like unironically quite warm. They are pleasant and they look good. At least I hope they look good. Do they look good? Sorry to hear about your cut. I'm still healing a bit from that con I was at. I dropped a heavy thing in my foot and part of my toenails was black. Ugh, I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, I'm long since recovered from that. That was like a month ago that cut happened. But yeah, like, cooking mishaps have been happening to me quite a bit. Oh shit, where did I put that? It's fine. I'll use this one. This one's much better anyways. I think I was right about half an ounce of simple syrup, so we'll use 1 ounce of simple syrup. Half ounce of simple syrup, rather. What con were you at again? Oh, here it was. 1 ounce of chocolate liqueur. Specifically white creme de cacao. That's gross. Sorry about that hair. 1 ounce of curacao. No, sorry, half an ounce of curacao, in this case Grand Marnier. I am off it today. Oh boy, the well has finally run dry. Yep, this is going to be the last half ounce. I'm going to kill this bottle. I mentioned it earlier. This specific bottle of Grand Marnier, like Grand Marnier is a very common curacao. You can find it anywhere, but this specific bottle is special to me because someone gifted it to me and they're no longer with us. So it's finally run dry. I'm gonna take the last swig out of this bottle and say his side. Thank you again. Thank you again for this. Hey, I made it. What's up? It's an end. Yeah, we did version 1 of the romantic vacation. We are refining it now. I just spent a lot of time like taste testing rums to see which one would work out, and then like adding more strawberry, adding more creme de cacao. I really love Grand Marnier. And I love it even more now. Okay, so we strawberries, sugar, creme de cacao, curacao, and then the rums. Yeah. Should I go full pour or half a pour? Full pour or half a pour? Full pour or a shot, rather. I'm gonna still opt for a full pour, so I'm gonna do 1 ounce of Smith & Cross. Magic Con Orlando. Comic and pop culture with bits of anime and other stuff. Oh, that's rad. That's really rad. Nice. Stuff like, I assume, like Marvel, DC, and like maybe like Walking Dead was a comic, right? Before it was a show, it was a comic. I know like a lot of modern shows started as comics. Oh yeah, 1 ounce of Planeray Original Dark. Actually, this goes to the side. Sure. And then, yeah, just need to add ice and shake, so give me a sec. I had the sense to chill my glass this time, which you're supposed to do for basically every cocktail. Anytime you make a cocktail, you should chill your glass. It's better for a lot of reasons, and I know that. I've tried it. I just am very lazy about doing that. I always forget to do it, especially because there's no space in my freezer because, like, we use it for meat and other stuff. And so, like it's hard to remember to put glasses in there ahead of time before the stream, but as you can see, like, it gets plenty cold as long as you leave it in there for like a good 15-20 minutes anyways before you actually make your drink. Shake with ice. There's a fascinating mix of guests, like the director Ron Howard, the Ox Grinch was there, but also Matthew Shaggy Lillard and the entire cast of The Last Airbender. Do you mean, like, when you say Shaggy, do you mean like the guy who acted Shaggy in the Scooby-Doo live action movies? Right. Double strain. Oh, I should probably... There we go. Ooh, this one might even be a prettier color. Oh, there's probably a lot of extra pulp in this one because this one doesn't really want to drain that well. Yeah, I just saw a solid piece pass by. Yeah, there's a lot of strawberry juice because we muddled extra strawberries and we muddled it pretty good. Which is fine. That's exactly what I was hoping for. Okay, hopefully we can get the whole pour out there. Yeah, Matthew Lillard played the live action Shaggy, is now Shaggy in all animations. That's awesome, actually. He did, like, I do remember the Scooby-Doo movies, and while I liked it as a kid, I acknowledge that it's very cringe nowadays, but also, like, he did a really good Shaggy. He did a really good Shaggy. He really embodied Shaggy in that movie. I think he did a quite good job. That is a lovely color. I'm not sure how it's showing up on stream because it's showing up as like a weird orange on my screen. But for me, it's showing up like a deep red. That is super lovely. I think I want to, yeah, so let me try something. There's been something I've been wanting to try for a long time, so you'll have to indulge me for a second. Was he ever a voice actor, or did he only do that movie and then got into voice acting to be the real Shaggy? How do these look? Oh shit. Okay. Those ones don't look particularly good. Wi-Fi. Oh, this cup is just very slightly too deep. Yeah, no, it's not gonna work for this cup specifically, this piece of glassware. Yeah, no. Okay. I really, really wanted to use pineapple fronds in this. But it doesn't make a lot of sense because I didn't put pineapple inside of it. But like, I thought pineapple fronds would look good. Maybe if we use a different glassware. We can try that with a different glassware if you want to be ambitious and try like a different drink fundamentally. But this on its own looks really spectacular. Let me actually... So I'm going to try that thing again. I'm going to try to take a picture. Give me a sec. Ah, okay. Okay. Boop. Back online. Back online. Let's see how version 2 of Romantic Vacation is why I dubbed this drink. Romantic Vacation version 2. Oh, we figured it out already. Oh, this is so lovely. Yeah, it's so much more imbalanced. The rum is just not fighting with the chocolate strawberry anymore. It's very much supporting it from behind now instead of taking over. The first version with my like very aggressive rum blend, like very much like shoved the chocolate strawberry aside and then and took over the show. Now this is a chocolate strawberry. This is the chocolate strawberry on the beach together, as I mentioned. Just taking in. It's cold, so let's say it's the beach at night. And they're spending a romantic time as they just sit on the beach together. The waves crashing, the moonlight glowing. So the sand is cold now, and it's like a pleasant chill as they just hang out together, the chocolate and the strawberry. Adding extra strawberry and extra chocolate was perfect. Because now they're more in focus. They're more present. They are the stars of the show now. And then the new rum blend is a lot more subtle. It gives you that backdrop of the vacation-y feel that rum drinks tend to give you, of just like those island flavors, that caramel, the cinnamon, and then the banana finish. It's so perfect. This is the embodiment of a couple on vacation. I do think I've already nailed it. Oh, this is so good. I'm proud of myself. I admit I'm very proud of myself. This is really, really good. Go make this at home if you can. Go make this at home. This is incredible. The romantic vacation. Because the only thing better in life than escaping all of life's worries and doubts and fears is escaping it together with a loved one. And I do think the pairing of chocolate and strawberries is the perfect metaphor for that. And I think I've nailed the right combination of things to bring it together. I really don't taste that much of the curacao. No, it comes in. It's like right behind a thing. So it's like if the problem with the first version of this drink was that the rum took over, it's like, okay, the couple walks in, they're shy, and then the parents come in, blow the doors open, and they're being boisterous and embarrassing. This is the couple being given their time in the light while the parents support them from behind, but then keep their distance so that the couple feels alone, and just making sure that they're okay. And it's just it's very nice. It's very adulterated now. Like it's not a rum forward drink. It is a strawberry chocolate forward drink with some really pleasant rum notes. Oh, I love this. It's been too long since I've actually like taken the time to try to invent a cocktail on my own, and I feel good. This has always been my art. I've always talked about how mixology is the only art I can do, because I can't draw fan art for VTubers. I can't make art in the traditional sense. I can only mix drinks. But I do think if I'm allowed to say so myself, I do think I'm quite good at making drinks now. So off-Kai Party Room 2026, fuck yes. If you want to, I saw your reply. I saw your reply where you said like you'd be willing to be my bouncer and assistant. I unironically, just ever since I started mixology, like this, much like VTubing, mixology is a hobby meant to be shared. It's not enough to just make these drinks on my own and like realize how good they are and just enjoy the shit out of them. It's even better knowing that someone else enjoys them, serving it to them, and knowing that it helps their fears melt away. Partly because of the alcohol. Let's be honest, like alcohol is kind of a poison, but also like what does alcohol do to people in moderation? It like really helps. It like really numbs your senses in a very like modest way in terms of like just making you feel a little loose. It's a social lubricant. It gets rid of your inhibitions, and it's just really. And if they actually enjoy it, and it's not just a way to get drunk, like that's why social drinking is a thing. And it's like, I hope I can enable that with very nice drinks like this. It looks like Lillard was a face actor whose first for. It looks like Lillard. Am I reading that right? Is it Lillard or Lilliard? I don't have my glasses on. I must admit. It looks like Lillard was a face actor whose first voice role in a video game was the same year he was in Scooby-Doo. Oh, okay. So literally the first live action Scooby-Doo, that was his like breakout. That plus a video game. If I can make off kind next year, I'm down. We're a bit bare because my friend applied to the Artist Alley and they showered down despite it's having double the space this year. That sucks. Hopefully they can make it in. Like, Off Kai is just such a nice place to just hang out and do stuff. I met Cynthion, if you know her, the DJ VTuber. She's, I'll be honest, like I don't like face reveal stuff. That's why I deleted my selfie that I posted. But like she's like the one VTuber I'm fine with face revealing because she has always been a DJ. Like it's her job to show up publicly at events, and then so it's like I don't mind that type of stuff on her account. And like I managed to watch one of Cynthion's shows, and God, it was so cool. I fucking lost them though. I need to go find the stickers she gave me because it was so cool. It was so nice of her. She's really nice. She's really awesome. She's super into Blue Archive. so much so actually. She's so into Blue Archive that like she started putting Blue Archive songs into her mixes. She like started to like when she redesigned, part of it was because she loves Shiroko so much that she wanted to have like a Shiroko style VTuber avatar. And like now she's in Blue Archive. She's legitimately in. Oh. Okay, something almost fell over. She's legitimately in Blue Archive now. Oh, she has done some of the music for Blue Archive. That's awesome. No offense to them, their artist like Ali looks kind of mediocre. They only want to VTuber art. It's not system. That's never the case with artist alleys. I hear like it's really hard to turn a profit at these things just because it's so hard to buy in. Like I know Captivate, kind of an ecchi artist, let's say. I really love him. He's an entertaining guy as well as like a great like booba artist. Yeah, he's talked about like wanting to get into Anime Expo, and he only specifically says Anime Expo because like a lot of other cons, it's really hard to justify paying the price of entry to possibly not profit from it, because like obviously like yes he loves art. It's like his passion, his dream, all that type of stuff. He unfortunately, the world we live in, he does need to make money. He thinks of artist alley gigs as ways to make money. I could be wrong on that. Like if he sees this, like I'm sorry if I'm like way off base there, but I know like he's talked about this on stream before. Like he's made a decent profit at AX, I believe, and so like that's like a gig he really wants to be able to get to. But I've never heard him talk about other ones. Oh my god, it's so good. it really feels like you're biting into like a really fancy chocolate strawberry, because you get the tart strawberry, you get the like dewy melted chocolate of the drink, from the creme de cacao. So it really feels like you're biting into it, but then like the rum is what adds to it. There's like it's like when they infused like those fancy like Belgian chocolates or like other like European chocolates, where they infuse it with something really nice to make it's even better than usual. Yeah, it's this cocktail is so good. I genuinely think I'm gonna work this into my rotation of cocktails. This is so good, and it's not that hard to make. It really isn't. It takes common ingredients. Oh my goodness. Oh, for sure. We made over 10K at TwitchCon. Nice, nice. That's fucking awesome. Yeah, that's a quote from Louis Scott Vargas from the Magic community. He talked about when he was going pro, and like why that was so important to him was because, wow, the lag is intense right now. He really wanted to he knew that from going pro that it would his exact quote was it turned Magic became a hobby I pay for to a hobby that pays me. And it's like, yeah, that's the dream, right? That's the dream. Turn your hobby into something that pays you instead of you buying into it. That's sort of why I take all this cocktail streaming seriously. That's why artists like really are very passionate about like doing commission work and trying to get to do big projects and whatnot. It's like money does make the world go round, and like if it helps your world spin, it's really nice to be able to convert your hobby into your job. How many drinks would you have on the menu? So I would definitely how many people would like absinthe though? I would definitely put both of my mint cocktails there. So I would put it's minty memory, which is literally I'll be honest, it's literally just a grasshopper with an extra step. Minty memory and chilling reminder, which I'm not sure would be a hit. To be honest, chilling reminder is an extremely strong drink. It's just that, you know, I'm a heavy drinker. I can handle it because it has absinthe, it has gin, and it's quite tart. I would bring both mint drinks because I really want everyone to try chilling reminder, but like minty memory, like literally anyone can drink that. It tastes like melted the mint chocolate ice cream, but it gets you drunk. So that one's easy. Chilling memory would be hard. I think I would bring the Yuna Martini because it's something I'm very proud of. That's one if you've ever heard of the VTuber Yuna Nini, she's like a former Sundaria before Sundaria dissolved. She is like the best cook. Well, I guess onigiri exists, but I don't really watch onigiri. But she's like one of the best cooks I've ever seen in the VTuber space because she's always cooking for Chabelle Tonya. So she's always making things for her, and they all look delicious. Like she's just such a great chef. So I would probably make a Yuna Martini. I'm very proud of that one because she specifically told me what she liked. She likes peach soju, and then she likes strawberries. Well, she has a strawberry in her design, so I like made a soju peach strawberry thing for her that turned out really good. What else? What other VTuber theme? Oh, I could probably do the idol ones I made. I could definitely do some of the idol ones I made. I need to make something for Mia because like the one of the cocktails I made for the idol, it was 2, right? Generation 2. Idol EN Generation 2. I can't make anymore. So I do need to invent a new one for Mia Melania. I would have to look it up. 100% the Una Martinini. Jesus. Una Martinini. 100% both of the mint Fantome cocktails I've made. I would probably just make like my version of a Mai Tai because like I'm really proud of my Mai Tai. There's nothing special about it. It wasn't for a VTuber. It wasn't for anyone else. I just found my ideal Mai Tai, and so I would love to serve other people my Mai Tai. I think probably in general, I would say, hey, if you just like a normal classic cocktail, let me know. Like, oh, if you like an old fashioned, if you like a mint julep, if you like a mojito, I can hook you up, stuff like that. But I genuinely, I would really need to look it up. It would also probably be very expensive because I noticed at these parties that people bring the cheap stuff for good reason. Like they have to serve a ton of people. They have to serve a ton of people. Like in my case, I would actually bring my good shit. And for one, that's why I need a bodyguard. That's why I need a bouncer. Is like if I'm bringing my good shit, I don't want it stolen. 2, I don't want it to get rowdy and break my bottles. And then also, like, I would need to recoup it. Like, I'm spending my own money for this, and I can't make money because I legally can't sell it. and then, like so, in the process of making better drinks for people than I want, than the other people, like I would have to recoup it myself when I get home because like obviously I do this for content now, not just for my own benefit. Like I would definitely need to restock my stash. I honestly would just need to think about it because like I have a lot of ideas. Not all of them are VTuber related because, to be quite frank, I've kind of fallen out of the VTuber community again since switching to night shift because I can't watch streams anymore. No, I can't watch English streams anymore. I can watch Japanese VTubers again, which is interesting. It's an interesting dilemma, but I really can't keep up with the English community anymore with my current state of things, so I haven't really been able to do that. But yeah, it would be cool. It definitely would be cool. Speaking of romantic stuff, I was watching Kaguya-sama. Man, this is why I wanted to talk about last week too. Just for one, let's talk about the intro sequences. The first intro sequence, Love Dramatic, is just so good. Love me, mister, oh, mister. That song's really good. And then that opening sequence is so good. It's like so James Bond-esque. It's like, oh yeah, it's the two of them like brandishing guns and like holding pink guns at each other's faces as they're about to shoot because of all the, the love is war aesthetic. I do think Daddy Daddy Do was a drop-off. I think it's a slightly better song, but not by much. And then the actual opening sequence is less good because it just feels like a random anime scene just kind of slapdashed together. So I didn't like it as much because it was less of a good anime opening than it was just sort of like a highlight reel of like their daily lives. And I'm not sure I was super into that. The third one, Giri Giri. First of all, song is God tier. Giri Giri is such a good song. Second, the op is God tier. It starts, it's like very virtual insanity as like giri giri de aishima imasho, and like all the furniture is moving around like in virtual insanity, but all the characters are getting got by it, and like Shirogane and like Kaguya are on like different planes, like Kaguya sideways and Shirogane is face up, and so they're trying to get on the same plane, and then like it rushes through like all the other side characters in funny ways, and then it cuts to like this dream sequence of Kaguya running, and like the graphics are like different genres of things, including like futuristic, classic, retro, high contrast, all type of stuff. Oh my god. And then like I do think season 2 in general was a step down, because I felt like, so season 1 had all the crazy hijinks, just like the bullshittery of their like their war of love, like them trying to get each other to confess. I think season 2 was just like a lot of weird shenanigans that was like more loosely and tangentially related, but then season 3 gets back to like the love warfare aspect that made Kaguya-sama so good. I'm still not done with it, but oh my god, it's been a roller coaster, and I really fucking love it. Like Kaguya-sama has very rapidly become one of my favorite anime series of all time. Working at night, you're ready for the Australian scene, dude. Do they have a strong bar scene? I kind of want to see what the Japanese bar scene is like. I know it's crazy because the way like Western bartenders talk about the Japanese bar scene, because they know it's so different. Like, and that applies to everyone. Like European bartenders and American bartenders and Canadian bartenders, they all talk about like, oh yeah, Japan's bartending scene is nuts. But like, I want to see what that's about. Oh, I ended up finishing it. God. Romantic Vacation. Do it. Make it. It's so good. Ooh. Yeah, I want to introduce people to just real mixology. I've talked about it before on stream, but like being able to do it directly at Offkai would be such a dream come true. Like, bring good bottles. Like, don't be afraid to bring good bottles. Like, make legit cocktails for them, not just like gimmicky cocktails based on a VTuber. And even if it was a gimmicky cocktail based on a VTuber, it's very thoughtfully crafted. Back to the Yuna Martini thing. Ah shit, where did I put it? Give me a sec. Shit, where did I put it? Actually, I just found it, but I need to move some stuff off the screen, so give me about 2 minutes. Yeah, if this rum idea failed, I actually had 2 backup plans. One of them was flavored soju. a lot of my early cocktails were made with flavored soju. And I'm gonna do a whole episode on that at some point. Maybe 2 episodes. I had 2 ideas involving soju. One was I'll start with the tongue-in-cheek one. One was disproving that soju is strong. Everyone makes the same fucking joke about, like, let's pretend this is a bottle of soju. Soju's much taller than this. But it'd be like, oh, actually, one where you can see the neck. This tastes like juice, and then like depraved stuff with the bomb section. I don't think soju's that strong. I bet you I can chug 2 of these and not get that drunk. It's very exaggerated how strong soju is. That might be just a good excuse to just have a Zatsudan stream, a drunk Zatsudan stream. But, like, you know, I also have something of a thing to prove with that. And maybe it's just because I'm an alcoholic and it's easy for me because I drink strong drinks. And since we solved it, I'm just going to eat the rest of these strawberries. But the second thing, the real episode, was just basically showing you how soju is a cheat code. I found that, like, if you use specifically flavored soju in a cocktail, it's actually like a really nice way to infuse a flavor that you didn't think you needed in a cocktail. Because, like, so I'm looking at it, there's like apple soju, citron soju, peach soju, and apple soju. Like, it's sort of the same with flavored vodka, and this actually comes up with the Cosmo. The Cosmo is a legit drink that, like, has existed since 90s, I believe. Yeah, it was sometime during the cocktail revolution, the modern cocktail revolution, and someone invented the Cosmo. And what that does, what they use specifically for their base spirit was citron vodka. And that is, it's a really good cocktail. It's really well designed, despite the fact that I use vodka. You know I hate vodka. If you use regular vodka, it's still a really good blend of juices. And so, like, it is a really interesting drink despite the fact that it's vodka based. But if you use the citron vodka, it does have, like, this citrusy interest to it. And then, like, How to Drink actually did this. He did a whole cocktail episode where he made vodka cocktails, but with a flavored vodka instead of a normal vodka, like a flavorless vodka. And then he did find, actually, yes indeed, if you put a flavored vodka in there, it does impart a new flavor in it, the flavorings of the vodka, into the drink, and that adds a new dimension to it. Like, it's not necessarily better. Like, he made a Cosmo with, like, a random vodka. It was random. Like, he had to make it was like, randomly pick a drink, randomly pick a vodka, flavored vodka. And then, like, he realized, like, it was like a coffee Cosmo, which sounds very weird. But then he tasted it and was like, oh, well, so I would never order this, but if you wanted to infuse, what I'm realizing is, if you wanted to infuse this specific flavor into a drink that normally doesn't have that, flavored vodka is the way to go. And that's a really fun way to add flavors. And so that's why I use soju for a lot of stuff. Like, a VTuber particularly likes strawberry flavor, but, like, perhaps I don't really want to use fresh strawberries. Like, I can put strawberry flavored soju in it. Or, like, the Yuna Martini, she really likes peach. So what I did, and she has a strawberry aesthetic, so I put muddled strawberries. I put like some Grand Marnier, and then I put peach soju in it, and then so you have like the grassy, the natural, the like pleasant springtime wind of the soju, plus a little peachiness, plus the complexities of all the other flavors, and it's just a really good way. It's a cheat code to like add a new dimension to drinks. So I want to do a flavored soju episode. The other backup plan, I was just looking to my side and pulling it out. I was gonna use sake. I was gonna see if I can make my Valentine's Day cocktail with sake, because I love sake so much. This specific one is really good too. Like it mentions in the back, strawberry, vanilla, honeydew, yogurt. Like this would have worked. I could definitely make a nice strawberry cocktail of some kind with this. If I couldn't figure out the rum, but I didn't need to. This what we ended up inventing for our romantic vacation was really good. But I love sake. I in fact got okay. So I guess it's a sad story that like culminates in a good ending. In a way, I did throw up a lot. So part of that week being so hard, just everything going wrong. In an attempt to relax, I just decided to like break out all my sake. I like drank straight up like 3 bottles of sake. And it felt really good. I discovered a lot about sake. I feel like I really, really want to do the sake episode at some point, because I know I'm gonna enjoy it so much. Like learning about like testing these sakes in a more meaningful way. And just like I love sake already, and I want to teach people about sake. Sake is so good. The more I think about it, the more I realize I'm definitely Maylin from Girls Frontline too. She's always obsessed about her rice wine, aka sake. And so like I realize I'm just Maylin, because like I swear my comfort meal is a bottle of sake. And yeah, at my lowest point, I decided to just, okay, fucking relax. Drink a lot of sake. Just enjoying all the flavors of the sake. I made myself some really delicious crispy pork belly, which turns out is really easy to make. It's so easy to make, by the way. And then I got to call off the next day because I was so drunk. I was so hungover that I was throwing up all the time. Which sounds bad, but then it kind of like woke me up to the fact that it's like, man, we live in a world with such delicious drinks, such delicious cocktails, and like being able to, once I was over being horribly ill from being hungover so much that I got to relax. Like it was really pleasant, just knowing why I'm here for, knowing why I'm alive for, remembering why I enjoy these so much. Because like, in a way, I had broken my own rule. I had broken the idea that I should only drink in celebration. Should only drink when I'm happy. Never drink to suppress emotion. But it did, like, despite the fact that I broke my own rule, now that I'm much more aware of alcohol, now that I'm much more aware of cocktails, like it did help me appreciate the fact that, like, despite drinking for the wrong reason, that I just genuinely enjoyed just the construction of a good sake, the construction of a good cocktail, just making good drinks, and how happy it makes me and how good it makes me feel, at least temporarily. Don't overindulge because it's gonna fuck you up. And so it did help me find a lot of purpose. And it was the wrong way to learn that lesson, but I'm glad I learned it. Because I really, really was not in a good mood. It does help too that, like, completely unrelated to anything from anything I'm doing as content, though I will be doing this as content soon on a separate account. And unrelated to alcohol is just a lot of the cosplay stuff I've been trying. Like, check out my nice arm warmers, these goth arm warmers. I am experimenting now with like a lot of outfits and other stuff, and so I do want to make an account for that soon. I don't like IRL posting with VTubing, so like I will create a separate account for this, and I'll probably have more opinions on that account, to be honest. Nothing serious, just like sports ball and just weird stuff. Just a weird like blogging type stuff, but it's made it, there's a lot to feel good about, and it also just reminded me too of just like, if I am this serious about like streaming about mixology and cocktails, and then just in general the VTubing thing, like outside mixology, like wanting to interact with more people, wanting to teach people more things, wanting to find communities of my own, build my community, etc. Like, there's more things to be afraid of, frankly. So being afraid of editing software is kind of a dumb worry. That being said, I'm still worried about editing software because, man, I was working on my Valhalla cocktail review, and God, I cannot stand my own voice anymore. I'm really trying, I promise. I'm really trying to actually put that video out there, but God, I might have to skip ahead and do other videos for the other streams I've done, because I really just am unclear if I can handle a project that big. But also, like, I do want to do it chronologically, because I always refer back to, oh yeah, the old-fashioned episode, like what if I never ate the old-fashioned, the Valhalla episode, what if I never ate the Valhalla episode. Well, that was fun though. I don't think there's much else to talk about unless you want me to yap about anime more. Oh, that was another thing. I did watch, like, part of the reason I was late today was I was watching the quintessential. I have no idea what this anime would be called in Japanese, but it's like in English. It's on Netflix. It's the quintessential quintuplets. I've only watched the first 2 episodes. I can say without a doubt that I love it already just based on the op. I've talked about this before. Like, if it has a good opening sequence, I'm probably gonna love the show. And yeah, I love the show already just based on the op. It's so good. The opening sequence is so good. The song's really good. It has the same thing the Blue Archive anime has, and I realize I just love this when it's whoa uh, when anime does this. It's the actual characters singing the theme song. And then so in Blue Archive, it was the Foreclosure Task Club singing along to the opening, and like taking turns and finishing each other's lines. It's so beautiful. That's similar to the Quintessential Quintuplets anime. It's just a really good. It's a really good opening. It's really well sung, and it's the characters themselves singing it. So you really feel like they're involved in the whole show, not just like it's not just a show. It's like this including the opening and ending. It's their whole story, and I really love that. I know it's popular among fan artists, so it's that was part of it. It was like I should actually finally try this, but now I understand why people draw them the way they do. I'm tired. Yeah, I should probably drink some water. Like I didn't actually really drink that much today comparison, but like I'm just really tired lately. I haven't last week I didn't get much sleep. This week I did get plenty amounts of sleep, but it's still just sort of like I feel like part of why I was so stressed to the point of breaking down was that I just exhausted myself. So I'm gonna rest. I'm gonna watch anime. I'm going to play some video games just to relax. But then after that, like I'm gonna try to figure out the right way to smartly grind so that I can do everything I need to as a VTuber. Doing my video editing, planning things out a lot better, interacting with people better. But like I really need to I just really need to teach myself to relax and remember to enjoy myself. So, and obviously this is enjoyable, but it's also kind of like it's the main thing is the main problem was my mentality. It's just like, oh, everything I do needs to be productive. Everything I do needs to be working towards a goal. And it's like, I need to remind myself that it's okay to say, fuck it. Just enjoy yourself. It doesn't matter if it sets you back. It doesn't matter if you do that. It's kind of like a cheat day. Just like let yourself relax and not give a fuck for once. Because as a lot of that mentality and stress comes from work, right? And then so it's like if I'm not working towards a goal in a video game, even if I'm not working towards a goal in terms of like planning a commission for something, that really like every part of my life I realized is like, oh, it has to be productive in some way, even your fun stuff. And it was like, just have fun with it, man. Don't worry about it so much. I hope you guys are enjoying yourselves too. Even if it's not watching me, just doing whatever it is you do. I know you've been streaming, Ed. I'm sorry I can't get to those. I really want to. I see them, but it's the whole Twitter thing of like, oh, I went live, guys. I'm gonna play me side and all this stuff, and it's like, oh, that sounds awesome. Let me watch it. It's Ned. That tweet was from 16 hours ago, and you stopped streaming like you're asleep now, and I just woke up. So it's like, oh, okay, never mind. But yeah. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it's both of you, Chibudi and Ed, just coming by, being so interested in what I'm doing. I hope I'm not disappointing, and I hope at some point I can be better for you guys. I can be better for everyone because I really want to be the best I can do. So thank you so much. I'm gonna head off now.